Speaking of the Zaytown Sorority, I can't remember if you had the Fuck Your Couch single before the sorority or that came after you started
Kind of simultaneously.
simultaneously.
Yeah, the Fuck Your Couch, the original Fuck Your Couch record was on the Zaytown Sorority mixtape. The original version featuring Cap One and Young LA. Um, I released a single about the same month as the Zaytown Sorority mixtape first came out. Um, and then I went on later and did a remix with Shawty Low and re-released it again later in the year.
Now, speaking on that record, when you had the Zaytown Sorority mixtape come out and you had the single, you definitely had a buzz in Atlanta, for people that might have never seen you before, heard of your name. And then it kind of died down a little bit. What was the cause of that?
Ooh. Well, let's see. I pushed the record, and it did very well. I did the remix. I got Shawty Low on there. We shot the video, and everything's all prepared to go full force as far as the viral promo and marketing. And, I'm an independent artist, so I'm doing all this myself with my own money, my own budget. I don't have an investor, and I don't have a label. So I had all my money set to the side, and I ended up getting into some legal problems. Cost me a whole lot of money, so I had to put some things on hold as far as the promo and, really working the record the way I wanted to. So just trying to get things back in order right now so I can go full force.
What kind of legal issues?
It's funny that you say that because recently I watched an interview that you did with another rap artist that's also here in Atlanta that's pretty hot and well known. And him and I actually had a situation that caused me to get into some legal trouble. And that's where we are right now. And it's just really funny that you brought that up because you just interviewed this guy the other day, and I was cracking up because the stories that he tells about what happened are just really, really funny and far-fetched.
I've interviewed a lot of rappers from Atlanta lately. I mean, can you?
Okay.
Can you
Well, I might as well just go on and spill the tea because it's public records. It's going to be out there anyway. So I don't know if you remember interviewing Young Dro recently.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
About his new single, We in the City. And you talked about his recent arrest.
With the car. With the car involved.
A car involved. The car, he was actually charged with theft by conversion in DeKalb County. And the car that he was actually charged with stealing was my vehicle. So.
That's interesting.
This is crazy. What you got me into? Yeah, it was my vehicle. Theft by conversion. Let me explain because I know a lot of people
they're definitely confused by that charge.
What is theft by conversion? That doesn't mean theft by robbing, theft by taking. It means theft by tricking. It means you tricked me. It means I let you use my stuff and you were supposed to give it back and you tricked me and you didn't give it back. You kept it. That's not legal. You can't do that. You can't ask somebody, hey, let me borrow your J's until Friday, and then all of a sudden you just keep them till 2 months later. You can be charged criminally for that.
Well, when we had done the interview, I guess the way he was arrested for that situation was at the airport. That's what he had said in the interview. I guess he had a show somewhere in another state.
Well, he had a warrant for his arrest for quite some time, actually, before he was actually arrested, because this is really an ongoing situation stemming back from February. Okay. And he wasn't arrested until, the end of March, maybe 1st of April. I can't remember the exact date, but he was arrested in the airport, but he had an outstanding warrant, and when he, traveled through the airport, the warrant came up. When he got off the plane, they were waiting for him. All that story about the wad of money and all that's just something.
Yeah, I remember he talked about that. He said that he had a wad of money and it was kind of like a distraction, and the TSA got involved, and then they kind of ran his name after that distraction.
Yeah, that was like one story that he told, and then I know he's told a couple of other stories, including on the Breakfast Club And
Yeah, he
all
said
three of the stories he's told are completely different. But
yeah, I
I'll
seen the Breakfast Club interview where he talked about he test drove a new car off the lot and he was in the city.
He was in the city. That's definitely not what happened. Actually, none of the 3 stories or 4 stories that I've heard so far on his, recorded interviews are anything close to what really happened. What happened? I'll try to keep the long story short.
Okay.
I've been friends with Dro for a really long time, at least 7 or 8 years. There's been times where he looked out for me in the past and he was doing well. So, I've been a loyal friend, and there's been times where he's not doing good recently. And I've tried to, maintain our friendship and be loyal to him and help him out when and where I can. So one day, he asked me to use my vehicle. I just bought this brand new Cadillac approximately 48 hours before this happened. He said he needed to handle some business. He told me he needed to pay a warrant or pay a ticket, or he was going to get a warrant. I told him I couldn't take him. So he said, I need to use your car for a few hours. I said, okay, drop me off here. You can pick me up at 6:30. Okay, cool. I said, got to be on time because I have to pick my daughter up at school. Got to be here. Okay, cool. So he drops me off, and then 6:30 comes around. He's supposed to pick me up. He texts me. He says, I got pulled over and I'm going to jail. So I'm like, oh my gosh, what do I do? My brand new Cadillac's getting impounded. I'm freaking out. So I'm texting and calling him going, dude, where's my car? Tell me where you are. Let me take a taxi or Uber to you so I can pick the vehicle up. Don't let the police take my car. He's not responding to me. So I'm worried about him. I'm his friend. I'm like, I don't want my friend in jail. What's going on? So I start calling around to all the jails. Can't find him. Calling all his people. Hey, have you heard from DeJuan? Find out what jail he's in. Nobody's heard from him. They don't know if he's in jail. So we're like, crap. So I end up calling Atlanta police, and come to find out they ran his name and ran the VIN number of my vehicle, and he was not in jail. So that's when I'm like, okay. So he just lied about being in jail so he could keep my car. Who does that? I don't know. So once we determined that the vehicle was not impounded, he was not in jail, me and the police, we called OnStar on 3-way. It's a brand new Cadillac, so there's, GPS, obviously. They told me how to download an app on my phone called Remote Link. And they said, if you put this app on your phone, you can GPS the car, tell you exactly where it's at. So I'm like, really? Cool. I just got this car a couple days ago. I had no idea how all these cool features worked. So GPS the car. My friend comes, picks me up. We start heading to where the car says it's at. We get there. He's in the car. He got 2 more people in the car. And I'm like, oh my God, we can't go up to the car right now because I don't know if he's high. I don't know who these people are. They might have a gun. I don't know why he told me this story just so he could keep the car. I don't know. I'm totally confused right now. So I told my friend, let's just, watch them. And as soon as they get out of the car, leave it unoccupied, I'm going to just get in it, drive away. I'm going to say, fuck Dro. He can keep the extra key. I'm just not going to talk to him. And he definitely ain't using my car no more. We end up following him around 4 hours, all around the city, 285, Southside, everywhere. Camp Creek, Campbellton. Pulled up at his house, pulled up at the Flame. I mean, I don't know what he was doing, but they would not get out of the car. They wouldn't get out of the car. So after 4 hours goes by, I'm calling around, and talk to his brother, and talk to his mama, and talk to everybody. Finally, I talked to his brother. I said, you still haven't heard from him? He said, nah, I ain't talked to him. I said, all right, cool. Well, you just let him know I got to go ahead and report the car stolen. And I just hung up the phone. So about 10 minutes later, I can see on my phone app, car's parked. So I said, all right, told my homegirl, take me to it. So I get to the car. It's in this apartment complex. I'm not even sure where it was, somewhere in the projects. I didn't belong there. I know that. Pull in there, I see the car. Over here, I see a van full of police officers. And I'm like, cool, there's police here. They're going to see me getting in the car, so nobody's going to come over here and bother me. I think I'm straight. As soon as I get in the car, my homegirl pulls off. I start driving away, and they surround me. Turn the lights on. Get out the car. My heart done dropped to the ground. I don't know what's going on. I get out of the car. I put my hands up, and I'm like, is this story still going on right now? I'm still following my car. Now I'm under arrest, and I don't know what the hell is going on. So I put my hands up. 5 officers jump out of the van. They put me in cuffs. I'm asking them, what's going on here? My vehicle's been stolen. I've been trying to find my car all night. I've been on the phone with police. I've been on the phone with OnStar. That's how I got here. I just want my car back. They're like, well, what's this? What's this? They already started searching the car. They've found some drugs. They've found a gun. And they telling me I'm under arrest for it. And I'm sitting here telling them, look, my car has been stolen. You can call this other police officer I've been talking to the whole night. You can call the OnStar people. You can call anybody. They'll tell you everything I've been through tonight. They said, well, who took your car? I said, I let my friend Young Dro borrow my car. He told me he went to jail and he never gave my car back, and I'm just trying to find it. They said, well, we didn't see Young Dro. And I said, well, I didn't see him either. I'm just trying to get the car back.
Right.
And they're like, well, tell us what apartment he went into and we'll let you go. I'm like, that's the same thing I'm trying to find out. I don't know what apartment they went into. They said, well, you're under arrest. I'm like, that's fucked up. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm not finna argue with them because I'm already out of place. I don't know where I am. They done took my phones. They not letting me call nobody. They have no care or concern about what I'm telling them. I'm going to jail. They took me to jail 5 days. Got a drug trafficking charge, gun charge. Cost me so much money. My lawyer, $10,000 bond, $10,000 lawyers, car impounded. They took my phones. They said I wasn't allowed to travel outside the city. I had missed all these shows, South by Southwest, CIAA weekend. Crazy. My life was flipped upside down. So in the meantime, police started doing a little investigation, and come to find out, I wasn't lying. Dro did take the car. They went through my phone. They seen the text messages where he told me he was in jail. I requested him to give my car back many, many times. He chose not to give it back. So they determined Young Dro stole her car. We're going to issue him a warrant. So that's what happened. He went to jail all because of a little lie that he told. He spoke into existence. He texted me. He said, I got pulled over. I'm going to jail. He ended up in jail. It took a couple months, but he ended up in jail. Now me, my case obviously, should be dismissed because my vehicle wasn't in my possession. But that's, neither here nor there. That's why Young Dro got arrested. That's the truth.
So your legal case is still ongoing, which I'm sure his is as well.
Yeah, we're both out on bond. Actually, I'm out on bond and he's out on bond. I know that according to my lawyer and according to the district attorney in Fulton County, I can't really speak on anything right now, but my case should be, behind me soon because all the evidence proves that the story that I told from the very beginning was the truth, all based on call records and actual, text messages and writing. So,
now, have y'all spoken to each other since the incident?
Recently, well, it's happened about 3 months ago, so didn't hear from him for about 2 months. And about a month ago, he did call me. He wanted to apologize. I went and met up with him. He told me he was sorry. He told me some bogus story about his brother took the car to the liquor store and they didn't come back, and he had to lie to me because he was scared I would be mad and he was trying to get the car back and all this. And I'm like, okay, but I was following you the whole night. I was driving behind you and I saw you not in jail. So,
and y'all have been friends for how many years again?
Since 2007, so about 8 years roughly. I don't understand why he did this. I don't understand. I mean, I think it definitely went beyond what he ever thought it was going to. I don't think that he meant for any of these big things that happen to happen, but that's what happens when you lie. I mean, one tiny little lie. If I could show you the text message right now, it said, I got pulled over and I'm going to jail. Everything blew up after that.
So all that money that you had tied in.
So yeah, all the money that I was supposed to be, pushing my record with the radio, with, you know, the video promo viral, and release parties and everything. And my budget pretty much just went to get me out of jail. But I'm free. Hi.
So what's the plan now?
Well, right now, I'm basically, you know, still trying to get through that. And I've just been working very hard, you know, doing a lot of shows and doing a lot of party hosting and appearances and just trying to get my money back right so that I can, you know, go full force with the next project. I'm releasing a project with Zaytown and Cassius J, 10 songs very soon. So give you guys something to look forward to.
What's the title of that called?
I'm not telling. It's all going to be a surprise. It's just Robyn Fly, Zaytown, and Cassius J. Drip Gang.
Drip Gang.
Yeah.